Hello and welcome to Washington Live, powered by KCTC. I'm your substitute host today, Todd Patterson. I'm joined in the studio by our producer, Nick Steffens, and our publisher is Matt Bryant. We got a bunch of good stuff to talk to you about today. We're going to be joined in the next segment by the general surgeon that works at Washington County Hospital, Dr. BJ Green. He's been with us for almost 2 years and is going to talk a little bit about his practice, his background, and some of the capabilities that we have at Washington County Hospital and clinics. But first, should we talk about weather? Do you want to talk about weather first, or?
That's a tough choice. Weather, police report, local events. Let's do weather.
You want to do weather first? Yeah. All right. So 50 and mostly sunny is the weather.
We've trimmed down the weather since the last time.
It's a very succinct weather report. It has, although, gone from extremely hot to now like it's football season now, suddenly.
I thought that leaving work, I think it went from like 95 one day and then it was fall.
Yeah, we're in it. So it's now I'm hungry for chili and potato soup and pumpkin spice, everything.
Yeah, my girlfriend and I keep getting in arguments because I don't like chili. It's like the one food I just don't like for some reason, but she really wants it, and so we have to argue.
What part of the chili don't you like?
I don't.
The tomato part, or?
This is usually how the argument starts. It's what part do you not like?
And you can't pinpoint it.
I can't pinpoint. I just don't like chili.
It's like I like roast beef sandwiches, but I don't like roast beef particularly well.
Doesn't
make any sense. I can't tell you why.
Yeah.
So there you go. All right. Should we do some local events then?
Yep.
All right. Well, I know we have a Demons football game on Friday at Solon. Solon had been ranked very highly earlier in the year. They've got 2 losses. Hopefully we can rebound. I think tomorrow we're going to be talking with Coach Errett again. Hopefully we can rebound from, 3 consecutive losses and show up to play on Friday.
I hate Solon. Well, hated Solon. I feel like now it's weird if I hate Solon as a grown man.
No, I think it's fine. I think it's fine.
Yeah,
and Assumption. You might as well put Assumption in there while you're at it.
Oh, yeah. But I never liked Solon, so hopefully they win.
Last night we had a cross-country meet here in town. I think the boys and girls both won, and they're continuing to roll and have a really successful season. There's on the 24th and 25th of October, there's a Orange Acres Pumpkin Patch, which offers a variety of fun fall activities. Oh, that already happened.
I was going to say, what's the 28th?
No, that was the 24th and 25th. That was one of the worst local events ever. So there's an Oktoberfest golf tournament on the 30th at Washington Golf and Country Club. It's 18-hole 4-person best ball. It's $90 per person and includes a German-style meal and craft beer tasting.
Sounds like a good time to me.
Yeah, it does.
And best ball is also that's also a better time.
I hope everyone enjoyed the Orange Acres Pumpkin Patch event. Also, since I don't know when I'm going to be back, and I'll talk to Dr. Green about this a little bit, I want to put a plug in for the VI Pink Oktoberfest.
I'll allow it.
Which is a breast cancer awareness event, at least for the VI Pink side. And I think it's also an economic development thing for the chamber. But it's really to raise breast cancer awareness and encourage people to get mammograms and to do early detection. And so the VI Pink is October 13th, and it's from 4 to 8. It's up on the square. It's $10 or $30, depending on the package that you select.
And I didn't include it in the national days today, but it is National Dense Breast Day as a awareness to check and
gotcha.
Raise awareness for that.
Right.
So that's a little skipping ahead a bit, but that's one of the national days.
What is the other national day?
It's National Drink a Beer Day.
That sounds to me better than National Dense Breast Day, actually. I mean, they're... All right, should we do a police report quick?
We should.
All right. So if we just do the basic overview, we had 15 traffic reports, 8 animal reports, 6 sex offender checks. Hopefully,
I think
those in the animal. Hopefully, those in the animal reports weren't overlapping.
I don't think so.
That's some 3 property lost and found, 3 public service, 3 fire calls, and it picked out, as you're so prone to do, you picked out some of the more interesting actual calls.
We'll leave it at interesting.
Yeah, leave it at interesting. None of them include animals.
I think one might include you. Something you said Thursday.
Well, on the 27th, there was a report of a dumpster on fire, and So there's a literal dumpster fire. And what is the irony of this, Nick?
I think it says it was behind the fire hall.
Behind the fire department, there was literally a dumpster fire. But again, I would say if you're going to have a fire anywhere in town, that's probably the best place to do it.
Probably.
So then there was an assault on West Madison.
I heard it was pretty violent. Do you want to give the details?
Yeah, I can give some details. A subject threw Sprite at somebody. So I don't know if it was a can, bottle, or if it was just the liquid.
Like a throw in the face.
Yeah, but yeah. So hopefully everyone was all right.
I hope they're off the streets.
And then as we kind of previewed last week when we talked about the district cross-country meet, where are people going to park when we ultimately get down to the district meet? And so I went last night. I actually could have walked from my house, and in retrospect, I'll do that when I go to the district meet. But it was flooded, parking everywhere. And so there were some calls into the police department about possible illegal parking, although it was, after investigating, it was all deemed to be legal parking. But it was pretty hard to get through there.
So you can admit that it was you that called.
I didn't call, but I was about to call.
You were pretty upset. That's understandable.
So what else do we have in this segment that you want to do?
I think that
you want to go to commercial?
Yeah, I think it's time for commercial, and then when we come back, we'll have the.
When we return, we'll be talking to Dr. BJ Green, who is the general surgeon at Washington County Hospital, and get more about his practice and figure out what he does. I'd actually like to know.
At Ace, we're eager to assist you with all your shopping needs. Whether that be finally painting that room, getting ready for the next hunting season, or upgrading your bathroom. Whatever it may be, we'll make sure you get what you need.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Federation Bank is a locally owned bank providing award-winning customer service. We believe that we are more than just a federation of banks, but a federation of communities, serving Brighton, Richland, Wellman, and Washington, Iowa. Federation Bank's highly skilled staff is here to make sure you are able to accomplish your personal and professional goals, whatever they may be. Federation Bank, your family bank.
When you aspire to be a dancer, you are both an artist and an athlete. Your strength combines with beauty and grace seamlessly. Your efforts result in enhanced coordination, the ability to cooperate and compromise with others, and the confidence to perform in front of an audience. Not to mention the fun you will have and the lifelong friendships you will develop. We are enrolling now for fall classes, and we would love to see you shine like the star that you are. Join us for Dance and Tumbling at Stairway to the Stars. Please visit our website for online registration.
Hey, Vina. Why do melons have weddings? Because they can't elope. All right. Welcome back to Washington Live. I'm your substitute host for the day, Todd Patterson. I was just giving my producer grief about pulling a Ron Burgundy on me from the local events where he wrote down local events that had already occurred, and I just read them like a idiot.
In my defense, it's the same piece of paper the entire month. So that was Jaron that circled it.
Yeah. Do you know that when we do theater stuff, we always have a warm up thing. And so Brett Pearson and I, we always do the Human Torch could not get a bank loan. The Human Torch was denied financing, which is from the blooper reel of Anchorman. So
That's a great movie.
So welcome back. I'm joined now by a very talented doctor that works at Washington County Hospital. We're extremely lucky to have him. His name is Dr. BJ Green, Benjamin Green. And so, Dr. Green, welcome. Thank you for being here today.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Todd.
You're welcome. Can you, I think it's a great place to start. Well, just tell us a little bit about yourself, your background, maybe your family, and your training, things like that.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah. So I was born in Iowa City way back when. Early life, I grew up out in Oregon, but then moved to Northwest Iowa in middle school, and then I've been an Iowa kid ever since. So I did my undergrad at the University of Iowa in biomedical engineering, always wanting to go into medicine, but kind of used, sounds a little weird, but used it as a backup in case medicine.
Biomedical engineering as a backup.
That's
in
my
case
backup.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, after undergrad, moved to Des Moines, did med school at Des Moines University, and then stayed in Des Moines, did my residency at Mercy Medical Center in Des Moines. And once finishing residency in general surgery, moved to Iowa City. Worked at Mercy Hospital for close to 6 years, and then was doing outreach clinic down in Washington, and transitioned about 2 years ago now to Washington full time, which has been great.
And I know he'll never offer this, but I like to ask him this question. What was your undergraduate GPA?
It was 4.1.
Yeah. 4.1. That's when you get.
I didn't know that was possible.
That's
Yeah. A pluses count as 4.3.
A pluses.
Oh,
that's why you don't know.
Yeah, that's why I don't know.
That's why I didn't know
I had
either.
a 3.75, I think, when I graduated.
Did you? Oh, you both are good.
I did get a blemish, so I got 1 B plus in undergrad.
And as I recall, it still kind of bothers you.
Not even a little bit.
It bothers you a lot.
Wait. What was your graduating GPA?
It was lower than that. It was lower than that, but my fallback was to be a professional baseball player.
Oh yeah,
so I had to.
I think every guy's is.
Yeah, I had to work pretty hard to make sure my primary worked out.
Yeah.
So I'm always interested. We were just talking a little bit off air beforehand. There's there's the medicine side and there's the surgery side, and obviously they heavily overlap. But why did you sort of elect to go into a procedural field or surgical field, and what do you like about that particular aspect of medicine?
I think I always was gravitating towards a more surgical practice. I think when you get into medicine, it's either do you want to do the family medicine or primary care side, or do you want to be a proceduralist? And I think I found early on that I really like doing procedures, and I think there's a tangible, just maybe more of an ADHD type thing of, I see something, I need to fix it, and then you fix it, and then
like maybe more box checking.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's a very, systematic way of doing something. You have, a clear start and a finish.
Yeah.
And I think that, that really appeals to me. So,
yeah. So what types of things do you do at Washington County?
So we cover a pretty broad range of medicine and general surgery, and it ranges from in-office procedures, like if you had a lump or a bump or a cyst, a lipoma, a skin cancer that needed to be removed. We would do biopsies or excise, and we can do those in the office under local anesthesia. And then when you switch to the more surgical cases, for general surgery ranges from having your gallbladder removed, an emergency appendectomy. We cover breast cancer surgeries. And then on top of that, for people that need their screening, colonoscopies, we can take care of that in Washington as well.
And also upper.
Yeah, we also do upper scopes for people that are having reflux that has been, symptomatic for years, which has also been, a good service. And then, for people that are in the hospital that are quite sick and, doing GI bleeds where we need to intervene, we can also handle that at Washington.
Okay, awesome. This is going to be a shameless plug for us. What I'm assuming you like Washington County Hospital. What do you like about it?
It's a great hospital, to be honest with you. The nice thing is it's a small town hospital. I think, the thing that's really kind of appealed to me is, being able to tailor my practice to my interests, but also, administratively having, I think, a great turnaround on the administrative side of it and great administrative support. And just from a top-down approach, I think the hospital does, run very efficiently. And I think, at the end of the day, we focus on what we're good at. And I think we're really good at the things that we, take on.
So taking care of patients in your case is...
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm interested in the intersection between our primary care and you and how you guys work together. Can you talk a little bit about that? We've got 16 primary care providers that probably provide a lot of your business.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about that relationship and how you work with those folks, because I think one of the things that's important to people is to understand the continuity in their care.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think there's been, I think the personal the personal touch and communication between the primary care base does, go a long way. I'm an open book. They've all got my cell phone number. And if it's something a little more complex than just sending someone over for a consult, it's a pick up the phone call and call, and we discuss it. And if it's someone that needs to kind of jump the line and get moved in sooner than something that's just routine, we do that. Or if it's something that's, too complex and it says, well, that's, kind of out of our league. But I think the personal connection between the primary care bases is to me really appealing and really satisfying. And
I would agree with that. As somebody who worked at the U for a long time, the referring providers often don't know who they're sending to, and the patients often don't know who they're seeing.
Yeah.
And so, I think that is one of the benefits that we have down here is just that personal touch. So I mentioned to Nick the VI Pink event that we have coming up on October 13th. And so, that's all kind of surrounding breast cancer prevention, early detection, things like that. Can you talk a little bit about that? But can you also maybe tie it to, colon health, which is something that you're doing a lot of, and the importance of getting things done early and maybe what people should be doing or avoiding?
Yeah. I think routine screening is something that is very important in medicine. And it's one thing that if you can catch something before or early on, it's much more treatable. On the breast cancer side of things, it's always important for women to get their routine mammograms. And usually what we recommend is starting a mammogram at 40 and getting them yearly or every 2 years, depending on a comfort level. But, the screening that we do for a mammogram is if we find something, then, the next step was usually repeat imaging. Do you need a biopsy? And then from my standpoint, once it gets to the point where if we need to intervene on something, Washington, we do have the capabilities of dealing with benign breast disease. You can have a lump or a bump removed, but also we deal with breast cancer from start to finish. And so from diagnosis to biopsy to surgery to follow-up, as we can all offer those services.
And then talk about colon health a little bit. One of the very few things I know about colon cancer in particular is that it's basically symptomless. Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. On the colon screening side of it, usually symptoms are very late findings. So, colon screening is very important. One of the things that probably got a little overlooked during the pandemic, amongst other things being reported in the news, is they actually came out and lowered the guidelines for starting colonoscopies now to age 45 for people that are at average risk. So it's really important. And the one nice thing about the colonoscopy is that what we're looking for is polyps. And if we see polyps, we can remove them at the time and prevent colon cancers from forming in the future. So getting that screening colonoscopy is very important because, the symptoms of colon cancer are largely asymptomatic until it's either a full-blown cancer or at a later stage.
How long does a colonoscopy take?
It usually takes about 30 minutes. So it's a quick procedure. It's you'll be sedated for it. You go home the same day, though. You do a colon prep the day before.
Which I've understood is very pleasurable, right?
Honestly, some people psych themselves out about the actual colonoscopy part of it, but you're sedated and you usually don't remember or don't care what happened. Yeah. The prep part, when you are at the, once the procedure's finished, people say the prep was actually the worst part about it. So if you get through the prep, the colonoscopy is the easy part.
Well, there was that classic saying by Ray Romano, I was worried that my colonoscopy was going to hurt, but I was more worried that it wouldn't. Oh, I think on that, should we cut to a quick commercial?
Yeah, I think that's a great.
Okay, a good segue into a commercial.
Yeah.
Since 1905, Kelowna Cooperative Technology Company has helped our community stay connected with the latest advancements in clear, dependable telecommunications services. KCTC provides rural Iowans with access to high-speed fiber internet, as well as phone, television, computer repair, and cybersecurity solutions. We're also proud supporters of local organizations and area schools within the community. KCTC, keeping Kelowna connected.
For many, farmland holds more than financial value. It holds emotional value. Whether your farm has been in your family for generations or it's an investment, we recognize the importance of your relationship with your land. At Hertz Farm Management, we have been serving landowners in Iowa for over 75 years. At Hertz, we bring a personal and knowledgeable approach to helping customers manage, buy, sell, or appraise farms. We invite you to visit our Washington office and partner with someone you can trust.
All right, welcome back to Washington Live. I'm joined again by the Washington County Hospital and Clinic's General Surgeon, Dr. BJ Green. So, BJ, talk a little bit about how patients can access your services. How do you like to see them? Do you like to have them come to you directly, work through their primary care provider, or is it?
I'm actually open either way. So I do have, I would say, a smaller percentage of people call directly with a problem, and then we get them scheduled. A lot of times people are going through their primary care physician, and a lot of times we don't necessarily require it, but a lot of times insurance companies want a referral to a specialist.
Gotcha.
But my office, we don't discriminate on, if you have something that you need evaluated, I'm happy to evaluate it. If not, go through the primary care physician and then get a referral.
All right, I think that's one thing I did want to mention. We do use a lot of general anesthesia for colonoscopies, going back to our previous conversation.
Yeah.
And we've got really, really, really good anesthesiologists.
Mm-hmm.
So
I didn't know that about colonoscopies. Yeah. That makes me, even though I'm 23 and I still have 22 years now
we're happy to do one on you right after this show if you want.
Yeah, it's nice for that. For people with higher risk medical conditions, we do have our anesthesiologists helping us sedate the patients. And what they do is add propofol, which is just a very quick anesthetic to.
So you said 45 for average.
45
risk.
For average.
So
risk.
What if you're high risk? What's the?
Usually, if there's a family history or a family history of polyps at an earlier age, then they take it down to 40.
Okay.
Or the other recommendation is 10 years prior to the diagnosis of the family member who had colon cancer.
Gotcha. So, Dr. Green's scheduling line is 319-863-3936, or as we mentioned, you're also welcome to work through your primary care provider to get worked up for these various things. BJ, I want to thank you for providing us that great information. The breadth of services that you can provide in Washington is really incredible. And not only that, but the work that you're able to do with our primary care providers, but also places up north in kind of taking care of patients if needed, has been really, really great. And Washington hasn't had a general surgeon since 2007. So his addition has been a huge impact for us in a positive way. All right. So you already mentioned National Days a little bit.
Yeah.
You should have brought beer in for National Beer Day.
I should have. I don't know. Is that allowed?
I don't know. It's
I guess, I don't know. Actually, I actually did sneak some.
I don't work here.
I should have. I have a few Oktoberfest. Well, I forget what brewing company I got them from, but they're in my fridge and I haven't cracked them open.
Yeah,
yet, so.
well, you should get after
Maybe
it.
tonight.
Yeah, maybe.
National Beer Day.
All right. We want to do birthday game?
I think it's time for the birthday game.
All right.
Which, Dr. Green, I don't
This
know if
is-
you were prepped on that at all, or
No.
This is the
That's on the
prize at stake here.
Yep.
So just,
Okay.
I don't want to tempt you too much, but I'll put it, kind of right there.
So for the birthday game, I'm going to put a celebrity whose birthday is today. I think I have a few for tomorrow, 29th as well. You have to guess their age. If you're within 3 years, you get a point. If you get it right on, you get 2 points.
Okay.
So our first celebrity is Hilary Duff. There's a lot of blonde women in this. I gotta figure out who's who. Hilary Duff, an old Disney Channel actress.
Yeah.
That does it.
There's nothing old from the Disney Channel.
That's
When you're referring to her as old, she's
Yeah.
probably my age, so it makes me feel
Well,
really good.
if she's your age, I'm going to say 38. I should have probably tried to guess your age first. What are you going to? Oh,
30.
so did he explain the rules? Did you explain the rules?
yeah.
You did. Okay.
Within 3 years.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to go, let's go 34.
You guys both get a point. She is 35.
All right. Wow. This is going to be a.
Tied 1-1. Now I got to figure out the other blonde actress that's here.
I don't even know who that is.
Naomi Watts. She was in The Ring from 2002, King Kong 2005. So she's kind of past her peak. I think now she's one of those actresses who does like
Voiceover work.
yeah, like I think she's past starring in the blockbuster.
She's a hand model. Boy, now I don't want to put an age to when you're past your prime.
I shouldn't say past prime, just
I'm gonna say 57. I've never heard of her.
yeah. I was kind of running low for the 28th birthday, so I had to throw her in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've heard of her. I'm going to go, let's go 48.
She is 54, so Todd, you get another point.
Yes.
2-1.
I got a knack for this.
I was looking at the crow's feet, but she
Yeah.
must have Botox to
Now the final blonde woman here. How do you pronounce this last name? It's Erica
Iliniak.
Aliniak.
Yeah, she was in that movie with Steven Seagal where they were on a boat, and I can't remember what the
I
name
can't
of
remember
it is.
it either. Also, what's their proper title? Playmates.
I don't know.
I read them. I read it for the
The articles.
I read it for the
Yes,
articles. But she was in there. And Baywatch, the first three.
I'm gonna say 64.
I'll do 57.
She's actually 53. She was 1 year younger than Naomi Watts. I had to double check that.
Really?
Times. No offense to Erica. It didn't make sense that.
I bet she's lying about that. That's only a few years older than me.
Apparently. And then we have Ian Mcshane. You said you didn't know this one either.
I recognize his
Like I said,
face.
it's
Now,
one of those faces that you just.
he looks like he's been in every sword fighting movie.
He's in Pirates of the Caribbean and John Wick, so kind of.
Mcshane.
You guys look like you got the same beard, Todd.
Yeah. Well, I'd say. Go ahead. You can guess this one first.
How about 62?
I'm gonna say 67 to give us some distance, and the Price is writing it.
He's actually 80.
What?
Who's his plastic
And we have the
surgeon?
same beard?
I need to know that.
That's a recent photo.
Todd, your beard looks like an 80-year-old man's beard. Well, thank you, BJ. I appreciate that.
We have Kevin Durant as the last birthday. It is still 2-1, so
Okay, I gotta come through here.
get tied up.
Do I get first choice again?
Go ahead.
All right, let's go. He's kind of at the end of it. Let's go 35.
I'm gonna say 37.
He is 34, so you still both get a point. Ending at 3-2.
Oh, I got.
Todd.
Who won?
You did, Todd.
Shomer beat me. Shomer beat me.
So yeah, you can redeem yourself. That was the last celebrity birthday you.
But Shomer might have been Googling names while he was over there too. Yeah,
he did get in pretty early, and so he could have glanced at my sheet and stole the answers.
All right. Well, thank you both, Nick. Thank you, Dr. Green. Appreciate you being here. Thank you for joining us on Washington Live. Please hit like, follow, and share. Share suggestions in the chat or email at washialive@gmail.com. I'm your host, Todd Patterson, and we will see you soon.